Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
Hello, she's here.
I am here. Well, because I wasn't here earlier.
You weren't here earlier, yeah. So she's back. We're going to talk about streaming, the streaming wars, and what looks like a sort of a war of attrition here, right? Americans are spending less money on streaming
because they're so damn expensive.
Yes, they are. And Tubi's laughing because it's free. You know, for now. We'll see.
Hopefully it stays free. But yeah, no, I mean, the prices of the streaming services keep going up and up. And even if you do ad free, they still put ads on it. A bunch of ads.
Yeah.
So what's the point?
What were you watching yesterday? Was it Hulu that they were putting ads on the pause screen?
I was trying to go to search and it was running ads. I'm like, wait. I paid for ad free, so why are you running ads? I didn't do it when I reset it and did it again, so I don't know if it was a glitch or what, but I was like, what the heck? You're not making me run ads before I can search on the ad-free service?
Yeah.
They say ad-free, but it's ad-free my butt.
It's ad-free with a little asterisk next to it.
Yeah, there's ass in there,
yeah. Because basically it's like on new shows between the hours of 3 and 7 p.m. on a Tuesday. Right. If you're watching from Nicaragua, you know, that's basically, but yeah, they're throwing ads on like everything, and that's how they're making money. And this is why, you know, we talked about Disney Plus and Netflix, and they pretty much hit the ceiling on the number of paid subscribers they have. So now they're just going to turn it back into TV, and they're going to be like, yeah, okay, fine, you get it cheaper or for free, but you're going to watch ads, lots and lots.
Well, yeah, and that's what they're doing. They're trying to convince people to go to the ad-supported tiers because you're going to get a bunch of ads, but you have to pay for it. Meanwhile, Tubi makes you watch ads, but you don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, so I mean, at least you know the deal going into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about this before you get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Check out clownfishtv.com. Go out to clownfishminus.com for merch and exclusive content. And I got to do something at the end of the video so people can just be like, here's all the other Clownfish stuff. I thought this was funny because I saw the articles yesterday talking about how people are basically cutting the cord again, and then for Tubi to get in there.
I just think it's funny because you've been saying since like 2019, 2020, whenever they bought Tubi, you're like, Tubi's gonna kick Disney's rear end, and this is, they're just, Disney was stupid. He took your money and he's gonna beat you with your own money, and that's what you kept saying. Yeah. And now Tubi's like, haha, I think it's funny.
Rupert Murdoch's company owns Tubi. They basically took a fraction of what Disney paid them to buy the old Fox assets. They turned around and bought Tubi for I think it was like $500 million. A lot less than Disney spent building Disney Plus, and then they basically just kind of stripped it down and rebuilt it. And it's, as far as I know, I'm pretty sure it's profitable. I think that one's actually profitable because just a bunch of.
Well, they've been kicking people's rear ends.
Yeah. And they're getting some exclusive stuff on there. I think as long as they don't Netflix themselves, I think everybody is rushing to compete with Netflix, and they're going and spending a ton of money on content that not a lot of people watch. Mm-hmm. But this come from TechSpot. Cutting the cord again. Americans are spending less on streaming as fatigue and options grow. Too many damn streaming services.
Pretty much.
They said the average American spends $42 a month on streaming. I
was like, who spends? Okay.
We spend like
a lot more than that.
Almost because we cut the cord years ago when Hulu was like $35, and I think now it's like almost $100 a month. And there's that, and then we got like the Disney Plus ESPN bundle thing, and then we got we pay for HBO Max, and we had Peacock,
Netflix.
So we probably spend $150 a month, easy on streaming. Easy.
Yeah, but I mean, you can go cheaper if you go ad free or go ad supported, and that's what they want you to do. They're making it as difficult as they can to make you go to the ad supported, but then you're going to be watching more commercials than you would have watched if you just got cable.
Then people complain about that. This is what gets me too. Like, people complain about the ads on YouTube. We don't have a lot of control over that. What they're doing is they used to have like one ad break, and it was like a 30-second ad break. Now they're taking that ad break and they're shoving like 5 ads into one ad break, and they're adding more ad breaks. We don't have a lot of control over that, but people get mad about watching ads. I'm like, how do you think the stuff gets paid for? I mean,
we are the ones that usually do it. But
no. And weirdly enough, they're just as a creator, I'm going to tell you, they're putting more ads in the content, and we're not getting paid as much as we used to.
Now, down here, we were talking about how much they're spending. They're assuming people are buying cable also.
Yeah.
For us, we pay that for our Hulu because that's pretty much our version of regular television. But yeah.
Yeah, and I pretty much just watch Roku TV. Like, I literally just turn the TV on in the bedroom, and it's got, like, Retro Crush and stuff on, and that's pretty much what I watch.
That's true.
Like, I don't, because I'm old.
That or the Star Trek channel.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's on Roku. It's on Pluto, I guess. But I get tired of, like, having to keep track of which shows are on which platforms. You know what I'm saying? Like, back in the day when you had cable, it's like, okay, I'm going to subscribe to HBO, and look, HBO magically appears on my guide because I subscribed to it. Or, back in the day, it was like, oh, it's not scrambled when you go to the channel. I think ours was 18.
The channel wasn't scrambled.
Yeah, the channels were scrambled. Like, I think all the premium channels, if I remember correctly, were like 15 through the low 20s.
I don't remember the numbers.
HBO, Cinemax, all that
we
stuff.
had a satellite dish, so our numbers were different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had satellite dishes.
But so it's different there, but like I wish we could just like have everything in one place. Like, okay, I want to watch this show on Netflix. Can you put it on my guide or something? This show's on Apple Plus. I can't remember where the hell it is, but it's a lot of money to spend, and we're actually thinking about it now. We're actually spending more than we did with DirecTV, but everything is so piecemealed now. It's like you can't just buy one, or subscribe to one streaming app anymore. It sucks. They said of those surveyed, 27% said they're experiencing streaming fatigue or the feeling of being overwhelmed by the growing number of streaming apps on the market.
It's not just the streaming apps on the market. I think it's a number of shows and things like that. And that we've talked about before. You don't have these, moments that everybody relates to, except for a few like standouts, because there's so much content that nothing stands out. And everybody keeps going back to the things that did before. Yeah. Old shows and things.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, like you said, watch, Star Trek or Doctor Who or something, but I'm watching, Next Generation or Deep Space Nine, or I'm watching classic Doctor Who. It's stuff I know I like, and I can also watch it, again, back to that Netflix episode we did where Netflix is basically creating TV now for people that don't actually watch TV. They're doing something else. But that's me. Like, if it's something I've watched before, I can leave it on in the background and kind of dip in and out of it and know what's going on because, it's a show I've watched so many times or a movie I've watched before or whatever. They said, yeah, it's hitting folks in the wallet because, people don't have as much money as they had. And they're starting to look at their costs and they're like, well, I can cut this and I can cut that.
Mm-hmm. It's back to cutting cords again.
Yeah.
But more cords now.
More cords to cut. And what they count on, it's kind of like AOL. What they count on is you subscribe and forget. There are people that were subscribed to AOL for like years after they even used AOL. And they're like, oh my gosh, I've been paying $10, $15 a month on, for America Online. I haven't even logged on in 5 years. Mm-hmm. And some people died and they still did, like their checking account or their credit card still got hit or their spouse's card got hit.
Well, to be fair, they wouldn't know that.
No, but like, what I'm saying? Like people, they're counting on you subscribing to forget about it. Now there's a new law I saw they were going to pass. They're going to make it easier to cancel subscriptions now. There has to be like a one button cancellation, even for gym memberships, because people tend to subscribe to stuff and forget about it. Mm-hmm. And you just like all your money gets leached. They have an app
out there to let you know what subscriptions you have going on.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like it used to be pretty easy. Like, oh, I got the utility bills, the cable bill, my magazine subscription. That's about it. But they said, yeah, this blows my mind, though. They said the average American has 2 streaming subscriptions.
But we're not average.
No.
We're good at something. Sorry.
We're good at just blowing money on streaming.
Above average in something.
They watch 3 hours and 49 minutes of TV every day. I was thinking like, 49 minutes. Yeah, it sounds about right for me. I might watch like 45 minutes of TV.
I don't think you can watch that much.
Oh, my God.
I watch more than you, but it's usually like K-drama. But not that much.
Yeah, more than a quarter of subscribers, 26.5%, share subscriptions with others to save on cost, but now they're cutting down.
Yeah, they're not letting you do that anymore. Yeah.
They recommend downsizing the number of subscriptions you pay for each month or spending more time using free services.
Like Tubi.
This is crazy. So these are the comments here. We got the too much Human 7. Human 7, how do we know? The too much content problem isn't just for streaming, it's everywhere. Netflix's CEO said their biggest competitor is sleep. Oh my God.
That does sound like something that he'd say though.
Oh. God, this is again, we talked about in the Netflix video where it sounded like Scrooge, where they're like, oh, we need to make, TV for cats and dogs. If they could pipe the television or pipe the content into your brain while you're sleeping. I'm waiting for that. Be like, listen to more audio podcasts. You can listen while you're sleeping. You can multitask. And then you'll wake up and you'll be able to speak Spanish.
Well, this is what they tried that before. It didn't work. This is why people are getting like fried though. Like people burn out all the time because there's just too much and you're focused on too many things at once. And it just leads to burnout, anxiety, ADHD type behaviors and things like that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I get to the point where, because we do make our livings mostly online, with the stuff that we do, where I can't deal with it. It's like you've got multiple chat windows on multiple applications. You've got emails. You've got text messages. You've got private messages. You've got people like, you see this, you see that. So you got to read an article, and I feel like I'm pulled in like 35 different directions on any given day.
He's one of the ones, if you write a big thing too, he'll might answer you with K. That'd be him.
Don't take it personally.
And here's the thing.
I don't get back to you for 2 weeks.
But here's the thing. You don't know whether he read it or not. Because, if I send him things, he'll say K or whatever, and then I find he didn't even read it.
If I read it, you get a thumbs up.
Okay.
If I read it and approve, you get a thumbs up. No, I think a lot of people, though, this is where we're at right now. This is just like, I agree with this guy here, though, who has 4 hours a day for TV. 40 minutes is my max TV consumption. That's a few days a week. This person's like, I'm watching shows on, it's rare. I
think those who are watching like YouTube anyway.
Yeah, I think they are. I mean, that's one thing people have actually said about us, and I do appreciate it, is they don't actually watch us. They don't have to watch us because we're basically a podcast, right? I mean, so they can listen to us when they're going to work or whatever. You don't have to look at us. I'm not offended. I'm like, you don't have to watch. This person here said, I'm trying to wrap my head around, how does Disney have over 153 million paid subscribers? Somehow they keep losing money on their streaming service. If every paid subscriber is $10 a month, that bring in over $1.5 billion a year. That doesn't include ad revenue.
Right. Here's why. Here's a couple things here in among this. One is a lot of those subscribers too are tied to deals like with carriage agreements and stuff where they get paid wholesale. So they're not actually paying the $10. They might pay like $1, like a couple dollars, $3 to Disney. It's a wholesale. You get like all our millions, but they're getting a fraction. You have to understand too, the amount of money they were sinking into shows. Yeah, $1.5 billion sounds like a lot until you realize they're spending how many millions of dollars on a Star Wars show? So, it's a lot of content they've had to acquire they've had to make themselves. Plus, just because they haven't made subscribers, that it's also globally. And some of those places, they were charging far less than they were charging in the United States as an equivalent. I think some of those they're counting, too, was the deal they have with... they sold the one that the Star.
Oh, yeah.
They worked on some agreement with somebody else, and they get to count those subscribers, even though they're not the ones footing the bill for it. So, but over there, it's way cheaper. It's like, because their money's different than our money. So when you break it down, we're paying a lot more. A lot of the places we pay more for it than they do. So there's a lot of things you have to add to it. It isn't just that numbers and that everybody pays 10. It's not quite that.
Yeah, and there are a lot of expenses, and just the expense of running the platform, the content they put on the platform. And it's but it's funny. People think this is great. Fright Show Classics, Tubi trolling streaming services might be the best thing I'm going to see on social media today. They've been doing this for a while. Mm-hmm. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, you've been like at least 5-6 years. You've been saying Tubi's going to come at them, and they're not seeing it coming, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, because they were just looking at the paid services, and they were just like, oh yeah, nobody's going to do free TV. It's going to be reruns. It's like, yeah, people want to watch mostly reruns because the new stuff's not very good. We're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
All right. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.